Hello dears, good morning all. Once again, welcome to Majma Online Education. Okay, today we are going to study a new chapter, that is economic thoughts. Okay, we know that we are living in a society, so we are doing different types of works for meeting our day-to-day life. But in the ancient time, we had no such a problem because we collected our food items or our daily means from our surroundings. But nowadays, it's not possible because our society changed, our living conditions totally changed. So it's our duty to do some work and to collect our day-to-day means or day-to-day means. Okay, and we know that in our society there are different types of works. You are also very familiar with different types of jobs or occupations. Can you name them? Yes, what's that? Teaching. Okay, very good. Next one, hospital. Then police station. Next one, agriculture work. Okay, then factory. Yes, that's enough. A lot of work you can see people are doing in our society. Then, do you know why all people doing different types of work? For getting cash. Okay, then what is the important use of cash? What's that? Okay, for buying food items or dress, etc. Okay, so we are doing different types of works for what? To meet our needs or to meet our wants. Wants or needs means avashyam. Okay, in our day-to-day life we have a lot of needs. Clear? So, we have to spend cash to buy different types of products. You know that if a farmer is doing some agriculture work, he is producing some product. Okay. And in the case of factory, so many people are working there and they are also doing some work. For what? To produce some important things. Okay. Or we can say some products. So, to buy that products, we have to spend cash. Clear? So, we are doing work and we will get cash, or we can say we will get or receive reward, and by using that reward or by using that cash, we meet our day-to-day needs, or we can say we consume some products. Okay? So, we can see that production, consumption, and one important thing, that is distribution. You know that if a farmer is doing some agriculture work, he is producing something, and what did he do that products? Suppose we can take a paddy cultivation. So paddy is ready, then what he will do with that paddy? Yes, he is selling that paddy to some other shop. So from that shop, that paddy or rice is distributed among the people. So production, distribution and consumption. Consumption means we buy and we eat, or we buy and we use that particular product. So production, consumption and distribution, these three factors are closely interrelated. So sometimes there may be a question for an exam, substantiate the point, production, consumption and distribution is closely interrelated. Then you can write all these points. That means we are doing some work, then we are producing some product. Okay, then we will get some reward, maybe cash or any other reward we will get. Clear? Then by using that cash, sometimes we, the people or other group of people, they are doing the work, they consume the product. So production, distribution and consumption are closely interrelated. Okay? And now we are going to study a particular subject in your SS or social science book. Today this chapter, economic thoughts, is not a part of social science, but it is a part of the branch of social science. That subject is economics. Okay, so today you are going to study economics, apart from economics. So what is economics? Economics is a subject or a branch of social science, it deals with three important factors. Which are they? Production, consumption, and yes, distribution. Okay. So please note a point. What is economics? Economics is a branch of science. It deals with three important things in the society, that is production, consumption, and distribution. Okay, and from your lower class you have studied what is production and what are the factors of production. Do you know which are the factors of production? Can you remember that? Which are they? Yes, very good. Which are they? Land, labor, next one? Yes, capital. Loudly say, what's that? Yes, organization. So land, labor, capital and organization are the four important factors of production. By using these four factors, we can make products or we can produce something, okay, to meet the needs or wants of the society. And in your level class you studied another important thing, that means the rewards of factors of production. That means if a person is doing some work, a laborer is doing some work, that person will get some reward. What's that? He will get some cash. Okay, and if we have no land, we will buy the land of some other people for doing agriculture work. Then we have to pay some important reward to that particular land. Okay, so these four factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and organization, they are receiving some reward from the group of people, those who are using that. Do you remember that? Land reward, rent, very good. Then labor, what's that? Yes, wage. So land, labor, then capital, very good. Interest and organization, yeah, profit. Okay, in some rare case, sometimes that organizer may suffer profit, not profit, loss also. Okay, most of the cases he will get profit, but in certain cases the organizer have to face loss also. Okay, so we can say that the reward for organization is two rewards are there. Most cases it is profit and some rare cases it is loss. Okay, so rent, wage, interest and profit or loss are the remuneration or rewards of the factors of production. Clear? Okay, so now you studied or now we discussed two important points. First one, what is economics? Okay, then another one, what are the factors of production and its reward. Now we are going to study a new topic that is not familiar with you, because I think it is the first chance you are going to study that. In our society, not in our society, all parts of the world, that country or a particular economy have to face three important problems. Which are they? Do you know? First one, what to produce. What's that? What to produce. Second one, how to produce. And third one, for whom to produce. Have we got any point? No. Okay, then we can study. First one, what to produce. You know that, suppose in your school, we are going to cultivate some vegetables. So, your teachers and your friends may discuss, we can cultivate such type of vegetables or we can cultivate this type of products like that. Then finally, you reach in a conclusion. It is more suitable for our school canteen, so we can cultivate this and these vegetables. Okay. So, now you discuss the conditions or the kitchen garden of your school only. Likewise, we can discuss the conditions of our country also. What product is very essential for our country, for the social and economic development of our country? What are the products we have to produce? Okay, so our scholars or our thinkers or our leaders, they discussed and they came to a conclusion. So, what to produce means, what are the products that is very essential for the development of the society? such products only produced in the country, or such products we have to give more importance in the case of production. It is the meaning of what to produce. Clear? Suppose our people need more cash crops in our country. Food crops is available here, but the cash crops is very less in our country. So we can easily take a decision that this year or coming 5 years or 3 years in our country we have to produce, or in our economy we have to produce only cash crops in some particular regions. Some other regions we can cultivate agricultural crops. Okay, so such a decision, that is what to produce. Then another important problem faced by an economy or a country is how to produce. How? You know that so many technologies are now available for any production work. In olden case we use only physical work or manual work. At that time, suppose we can take in the case of farming, you know that plow is used, cows are used to plow the paddy field. Then there was no motor pipe at that time, so we pour water by using, you know, tevu kotta. You studied in your lower class tevu kotta. Okay, so by using that tevu kotta, people collect water, people pour water, and people water in the agriculture work. But nowadays the condition is totally changed. We use different types of other facilities for irrigation, or watering the paddy field, or watering any plants by using motor pipe. Okay, so now the technology is totally changed. So we do not apply, or we do not use what we used in the past. Clear? So how to produce means so many technologies are available in our country, so we can think whether we use more machines or whether we use more manual work to produce some particular product. Then at the same time we have to think which is more profitable one. Clear? So this is the idea related with how to produce. Okay, so whether we want to apply machines or whether we want to apply human beings or manual work, that is the main idea related with how to produce. Then the third problem related with an economy is that for whom to produce. You know that our country is a welfare economy. You know that. So the main aim of our government is the welfare of the people. So what we do in our country is maybe any production work or any other work, the main aim of the government will be the social, economical welfare of the people. So we have to think what product is very essential for our society. That is for whom to produce. So what to produce is over, how to produce is over. Then the product is already available here. Then we discuss how we can distribute it for the welfare of the people. You know that in most of the places in our country so many poor people are there. Sometimes they want to get or they need more nutritious food. So we want to supply more nutritious food to that particular group of people. That is for whom to produce. That means by meeting the needs of the people, we have to distribute and we have to produce the products in our country. Okay, so here also you can see a close relationship between production, distribution and consumption. Okay, so for the development of our country, these three factors are very essential. Which are the factors? Production, consumption and distribution. So by making a stability among these three factors, we can easily solve the economic problems of each and every economy or each and every country. So which are the important economic problems faced by an economy? Once again, what to produce? What to produce means we have to think what product we are going to produce in our country. Okay, that means which is the most important product we want to produce for the development of our country. That is what to produce. Next one, how to produce. Here we think which method or which idea or which technology we have to implement for the production of that particular product. Then for whom to produce. Here we take or we consider the important needs of the group of the people or society, those who belong to that particular product. Okay, so these are the important points today we discuss. So study well. Once again, I remember which are the important economic problems in our country. Which are they? What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Then one important point we discuss, what is economics. That is, it is a branch of social science that deals with production, distribution, and consumption. Okay, and we already discussed what are the important factors of production that you studied from your lower class, and its remuneration also. Okay, so now I am going to stop here. Next class we can discuss more important points related with this. Okay, thank you.